This video will cover up some data transfer between some Fiat convenience units that needs to be swapped. Customer sent 4 units. Here are 2 of them and more here. The data transfer is a must because there is the key information stored, the coding or synchro bytes. So the car won't start and won't work unless we clone this unit. I don't know if I can do both in this video because if they are identical, the procedure is gonna be identical as well. Okay. So according to the diagram of this MCU, I need to solder 4 wires in order to read the data from this MCU. The first wire is the ground, and I'm gonna solder to this capacitor. The second wire is the VCC. It needs to be soldered here. Now we have the reset pin, and I think I will solder here. And the last wire is gonna be soldered here. First of all, I'm gonna choose the MCU type HC12 DG128. And if everything is okay, if I press read, it reads. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Okay, it's done reading. I have to desolder the wires and solder on the new unit. The new unit is the same. It's very important. It's the same board, the same hardware number, the same everything. Otherwise, some functions won't work. Three wires to go. This is the ground. Now the BKGD. And the last pin, reset, the reset pin here. I'm gonna press read now, and it's reading. I'm gonna back up this data. I'm gonna back up this data too, just in case. And to the new unit, I see something here. Is the cap. It's a capacitor. I want to check that capacitor. Okay, it's not shorted. I have to solder it. I don't know if someone else worked on this unit. Let's add some flux. It's a little too much solder. But it's not a problem. Okay, I read it. I'm gonna save it. Now it's programming, and we have to wait maybe 1 minute. Okay, the programming is successful. I need to desolder those wires, and this unit is ready to be plugged in the car. Okay, I want to clean it a little bit. And let's see if the other units are the same. Okay, they look the same, but on the outside, but the hardware is different. So it looks that way. 9S12 DG 200. Okay, this is another type of MCU. So I have to check the wiring diagram for this MCU. And then solder the wires to read it. Okay, but from experience, the pin number 1 is right here, and I have to solder a wire on the 6th pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one wire here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One wire here, one here, and one here. I'm gonna check the wiring diagram, of course. Okay, I was right. So let's solder the wires. Maybe I have to lift that pin from the board, but we will find out. If I get a reset error, I'm gonna lift it. I have to choose. This one is different, 9S12 DG256. Pressing read, reset high error. So we have to lift that pin on the board. The pin is lifted. I'm gonna solder the wire directly to the pin. Now I'm gonna press read again, and look at that, it's reading. The data is read. I'm gonna save it. Okay, the reading is done, and in the meantime I took the cover off of this second board that I have to program for this second car, and I accidentally knock off a component here with my screwdriver, and I found it in my lap. So here it is. It's a resistor. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna solder it back if it's still good, and if no, I'm gonna replace it. I have to desolder the wires and to solder back that pin that I lifted. And then I'm gonna repair the board, the second board, and I have to solder those wires to that board in order to program the second MCU. Okay, is not aligned. I have to align that pin, maybe like that. I don't need this anymore. And the second unit, I have to repair that mistake I've made. And the missing component should be here. I'm not worried about those traces. I just scratched them, and the resistor is here. And I think it looks good. I'm gonna solder it back and measure it. A tiny bit of flux. Okay, 94. I think it's not making a good connection here. So the pads of the resistor must be broken, and I'm gonna change it just in case. Okay, now the reading is 9.87, so now all is okay. I want to solder the wires. Alright, both units are programmed, so now I have to desolder those wires, assemble the units and send them to the customer. And I have to solder this lifted wire, this lifted pen. And get rid of that bridge. There's too much solder, so I have to use the wick. And apply now a small amount of solder. I'm pressing down a bit just to make sure the pen is touching the board. Let's check if we have a good connection. And yes, we do. I'm gonna clean it and assemble it. Okay, done. Let's work on something else.